And then you have all these sources about Muhammad being just covered in semen. What is the point of this? Who's inventing this stuff? You guys don't even know how bad this is. Look, narrated Aisha. I used to wash the semen off the clothes of the Prophet. And even then I used to notice one or more spots in them. Aisha reported, I used to rub off the semen from the clothes of the Messenger of Allah. He would then pray in it. I remember when I found semen on the garment of the Messenger of Allah and scratched it off. She's scratching off the semen. She's scraping off the semen. She's rubbing off the semen. She's washing off the semen. And even then she sees more as he's going to the mosque to hug it out with his bros. I would want a restraining order against this guy to keep him far away from me. This is the prophet that someone invented?
You are wondering, why on earth would a religion record this? The answer is simple. Islam is not just a spiritual belief. It is a legal code, Sharia. In a legal system, you need clear rules for everything, including the bathroom, the bedroom, and prayer. If these specific and admittedly awkward situations hadn't been recorded, millions of Muslims would be confused about their prayers today. Here is the legal logic behind why Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, narrated these stories. I understand why this sounds shocking to a modern reader. It feels overly intimate. But you have to view this through the lens of law, not just biography. Here is why these narrations are actually critical for Islamic jurisprudence. Fiqh. 1. The soap versus scratch ruling, the core point. You mentioned she scratched it off. This is the most important legal detail. If semen were impure, najis, like urine or blood, you would be required to wash it with water. You cannot just scratch off dried urine. By narrating that she simply scratched it off, and he still prayed, Aisha established a massive legal ruling. Semen is physically pure, tahir. This distinction saves millions of people from hardship. Because of her gross detail, we know that if a spot is missed, the prayer is still valid. 2. The human prophet, no monasticism. Many religions view intimacy as dirty or unholy. Monks and priests abstain from it to be closer to God. Islam takes the opposite view. Marital intimacy is a form of worship, sadaqah. These narrations prove that the prophet was a man with a wife, not an angel or a celibate monk. He lived a full human life. It destroys the idea that you have to be detached from human biology to be holy. 3. Biblical context, Leviticus. Talking about bodily fluids isn't unique to Islam. It is a standard part of Semitic law. Leviticus 15:16 to 18 goes into great detail about emissions of semen, requiring bathing and washing clothes. Religious law deals with reality. People have bodies. Bodies have fluids. A guidance for life must explain how to handle them. So, Aisha wasn't gossiping. She was teaching the law of purity. She sacrificed her privacy so that the community would know the rules.